The cold fluorescent lights of St. Mary's Hospital cast a pale glow across the pediatric ward as Mark Evans carried his 3-year-old son Ethan down the corridor. Ethan, dressed in bright Superman pajamas, leaned against his father's chest, his little IV line carefully secured. "Daddy, will the doctors make me better?" Ethan asked softly. Mark swallowed hard and forced a smile. "Yes, buddy. They're going to take very good care of you." For 6 long months, Mark had been fighting a battle he never imagined. Ethan's rare blood disorder demanded constant treatment. The bills were crushing, their savings gone, and Mark had taken leave from his construction job just to stay by his son's side. Tonight, Ethan's fever had spiked again, and Mark rushed him to the ER. As they passed the hospital's administrative wing, Ethan suddenly pointed through the glass doors of a boardroom. "Daddy, look. That's Mommy." Mark froze. At the head of the table stood a poised woman in a white blouse and navy skirt. For a moment, Mark dismissed Ethan's words. His mother had left when Ethan was just a baby. But then the woman's eyes met Mark's. Her expression cracked with shock. It was her, Claire Mitchell. She excused herself and walked toward them. "Mark," she whispered, her voice trembling. Ethan reached for her instantly. "Mommy, I knew it was you." Tears filled Claire's eyes as she gathered him into her arms. "I missed you so much, sweetheart." Mark's emotions collided, anger, relief, confusion. "Why now, Claire? Where have you been?" She looked at him with shame. "I buried myself in work. I built a company, I became successful, but I told myself you and Ethan were better off without me. I was afraid to come back, afraid he wouldn't remember me." Ethan, resting in her arms, looked up with serious eyes. "Are you going to stay this time?" Claire's voice broke. "If your daddy will let me, I want to. I want to help, and I won't run again." Mark studied her face. This was not the same woman who had walked away years ago. He saw remorse, determination, and love. Finally, he nodded. "Ethan needs his mom. And I can't do this alone anymore." Over the months that followed, Claire kept her promise. She used her wealth and influence to get Ethan the best treatment. She sat through every appointment, learned his medications, and read to him for hours. Slowly, trust began to rebuild. 3 months later, Ethan's condition stabilized. 6 months after that, he was declared in full remission. Together, Mark, Claire, and Ethan walked out of St. Mary's for the last time. "I told you that was Mommy," Ethan said with a grin. Mark smiled, squeezing Claire's hand. Sometimes, he realized, love doesn't disappear, it just waits for the right moment to return home.